Look here, man.
What it's looking like.
If y'all don't know, man, I'm just gonna give y'all a quick little screen view. We headed Lord said the same way. The wind, you know, give us the opportunity. We're gonna do some offshore fishing today, man. Hooked up fishing. I'm with my partners out of Funky Town. Y'all don't know what that is, just Google it. Me, Neal, and Darrin today, man. James, I don't know if he was gonna be ready for the big boy stuff, but yeah, we we left him at the house this time. So, hey, look out, Dubs. You know what it is, baby. So we'll get back with y'all, man, when we get out here and some light and get on these fish, man. Hooked up fishing, the hard hitter, Darrin and Neal, man. We finna try to do a little offshore thing, man, and bring y'all some good footage of them red looking fish. Y'all ready? Got it. And we'll get back with y'all when we get on fish. That's what my morning look like, y'all. Pulling up out of the Surfside jetties. Sunrise, man, on his way. This is offshore as we're gonna get this morning. Them swells, if it wasn't for a meeting, that trip would have went on through, man, but we didn't want to be pressed for time. So get back with y'all when we don't fish. Here, man. It's kind of like on sleep deprivation, but welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing. We back out here. You got a live mullet on that big old thing? So we finna soak some live mullet this morning, man, and see can we get some slot reds before we start flounder fishing. Hooked up fishing, man. This the Funky Town Forthworth hard hitter edition, okay? Y'all get ready. Dub, where you at, man? Day 2. It's going down, man. I ain't going home at all, man. I might spend the night later. Stand down. Wow. Might be a truck. Or is it a flounder? Spit it, it's flounder, wasn't it? Flounder, wasn't it? You saw it? You gotta stick them, man. That's why they'll just have the jig. You gonna learn. If you ain't got no rod with no backbone, they'll get you. Cause all he doing is holding on to it. When he see, you gotta stick it, man. You got real hard here to take, Neal. And that's a slot. Feel like a slot, don't it?
I don't know about no slot.
That's a slot, man. That's a slot.
You see the bend in that rod? Look.
Yeah, that's
the start ripping drag.
44, 45 into again.
Man, that thing, that's all it know how to catch, man. I'm trying to get a slot. I ain't trying to deal with this.
Hope it's sharp, man. Sharp. What them sharp, man? Put that sharp on the bridge.
Hey, that dude had like a damn, maybe a 20, 24 inshore at that cleaning station over there.
Oh, when we was,
I was like, damn, that's a baby shore.
That's the look.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what you wanted.
The bunny. Was it a bunny here?
no, it was black still.
That's the best one.
Well, the black still, I think
No, that's the best
he
one.
got to see so many pictures though.
Black most of them didn't listen though. They just wanted that stuff.
Stop playing, but
Well over there.
One in there.
You don't have to have a net. You don't have to. Boat flip. You know, boat flip him. Got some big time water balls. First thing this morning. live mullet trying to catch some slots. He over here on another one.
Ain't catch a slide.
Just like that.
Can't catch a slide to save my life.
Another dog. How big a mullet you had on there though? Big mullet.
Small.
Big,
No, he
nah,
had them.
small.
Yeah, that's all we kept.
We ain't got, we
It's
threw them
just
big
one
ones
big
back.
mullet in there.
Man, he gut shot it.
No, the hoop right there.
No, there you go.
Circle hook, boy, every time.
Corner of the jaw. I'm gonna catch one on that trout rod for you.
Man, this thing, look at it. He eating so much.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
out there
Y'all
pigging out.
letting him go or y'all keeping him?
I ain't fooling with him. I ain't got no tag.
What happened to yours you had yesterday?
You can't take it back off.
Thank you.
Damn, man. Cut all that noise out. I'm gonna let you get on back about your business, man. Thank you for the fight. Let me get the camera. I'll get you a
Yeah,
picture.
so we was like, hell, we ain't gonna
I
throw
got
out
some
there.
booyah grips. I can get you a picture real quick. Oh, have mercy, man. For the regular. They run all the regular redfish off. Still on one. He keep her. Yeah, well, no. I was finna say they hugging that shoreline this morning. Give him some airtime though.
There's some big ones over there. I can't
They hugging the shoreline. That current ripping out there. That current ripping.
Need them grips. Damn, how you doing it? I'm gonna have to put one on. Fuck it. Make sure. Oh yeah, he gonna make it.
Both and what that bait at? Talking about what a big bait do. This gone.
Hey.
Eat that, man.
Yeah, shit, what the heck?
I mean, you can watch me all day if you want. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. Gotta put that damn thing on.
Man, my damn hat. Blew out.
'Cause I'm just trying to stop the bottom. You see that little girl? She eats fish.
Love them flies.
Baby girl love that fish, man. They making this bait disappear. You worried about size? That bait gone, man. Gone.
What them flies, boy?
Quick. I got it.
Oh. He said,
You gonna take it?
nah. Well, I would, yeah, probably better. How on mosquito do special? Can't fuck ain't gonna sit down.
You're gonna have to calm down and get, you know.
He might not even fish today. He just gonna ride.
Yeah,
Shit,
he got
does.
excited. I heard him when he came through. He said, "It's nice."
Yeah.
He going to the other shoreline.
He got the same fish finder you got now. So he can see the depth pretty good.
Oh, he lied.
What he gonna lie go?
The flounder on the bottom.
You figure out how to see what?
I know my partner tell me you can see him on the bottom. But guess what? How I see him on the bottom? Work that jig past. I ain't looked at that depth finder since y'all came. About the depth finder, I'm finna put them.
I don't know if I need to put no damn.
I'm finna try to stick some. Like it's a game. It's serious business, man. I'm gonna try to boat a whole bunch of them this morning. Ain't nobody here. Stuff out there busting me up. Try to boat these fish, man. I time to play no game with these folks. I ain't even looking at that piece of chicken till tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry about nothing, man.
You rigging up one?
Yeah, I'm finna change up some stuff. I'm finna put one big head on there and one big bait.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Get
gonna need.
But I'd use it
What size?
weedless. Not today. Why y'all out here today? Peter Poppers. A reel about to go off over there. Catch a Peter Popper. Maybe it's a slug. Maybe it's a slug. Hopefully it's a slot. May not be a slot. Slot, 27-inch redfish. Nice slot red. Nice slot red, y'all. break my pin out that I hadn't used since I went offshore fishing in my kayak. But we were gonna go offshore. Use it. You know, my original hard hitter setup is just with a 3-ounce weight. It's a homemade rig. All it is a swivel, main leader line, 25-inch mono, big game Berkeley. I just tie that up like that. Take that live mullet, back of the tail back here, but not below his lateral line where I don't kill him. Put it out there, man. Slot reds while I'm flounder fishing. On. Free up my bell. Wicked tuna, baby. When I hear that go off, it's on. Get back with y'all when I get hooked up again. The reason we moving, Darrin and Neal just let me know that last night when they was camped out on the shoreline over here, we seen they saw an airboat come by and get up on the shore. The reason we not on the Flounder that good this morning is because those guys in the airboat finish up the story. The guys in the airboat last night came in here, got out with their poles and their sticks and their lights and their little spears, and they was sneaking up on Flounder at night, shining a light in their eyes, stabbing them in the back. I don't know what part of fishing that was, but something don't sit well with me. Somebody sneaking up on Flounder at night, stabbing them in the back while they sleep. But that's why we ain't getting no Flounder over here. Okay guys, at this point in the video, one of the Flounder hit really close to the boat, basically right up under the boat, and I stuck him once and he went under the boat. I got him out, and then I went ahead and I stuck him again right here up under the boat, and felt like he was close enough, didn't want to waste any time, so I boat flipped a really nice big flounder. I mean a big flounder. I boat flipped him. I'm hilarious, laughing. Darrin and Neal are like, man, what the heck? This dude's catching fish all up under the boat. I'm using that big bait, man, and in this murky water that we were in. And the reason that I'm narrating over this part right here, I mean, we're laughing and had a good time. I really wish I could have got the audio right here, but at this point the winds were 19 gusting to 29 they were predicting, and it just was horrible footage right there to try to let the video run in its normal state. But a really, really nice flounder, man. Putting him on the field there to get a measurement. I think this is one of the 19-inch flounders. And just, man, just had a great time, man. Just a great trip. Enjoy those guys so much when they come down here from Fort Worth to spend time in the Houston, Galveston, Freeport area. And I was fortunate enough to be able to get with them on the boat twice this year. Normally, for 5 years, I hadn't got one trip in. I would basically talk to them and tell them where to go over the phone. And then I wasn't real good at it because I wasn't saltwater fishing. I was mainly freshwater fishing with my mom. But as you can see here, I'm laughing. We're just having a great time, man. And just wish the conditions would have been better because we had planned to go offshore and do inshore. It was just going to be a great vacation for the guys. But, Mother Nature, unfortunately took over. So we're just going to have to wait on. We're going to have to wait on Father Time to give us another opportunity. God bless us with it. And we'll get to go this winter, maybe go offshore fishing. But, man, thanks for watching, guys. Okay guys, at this point in the video, the wind is still treacherous. So Darrin finally listens to me and he puts on that big bait and he works the shoreline with the big 6-inch curly tail. And he has a real nice 18-inch flounder. That hook really does well with the hook set. Didn't have to get the net. He just picked that fish right on up into the boat. Neal is coming up here like, man, what the heck? He's laughing. He's getting on the phone. And I'm over there with Darrin showing him how well that hook penetrated and how well that fish was hooked, which he saw. That's why he went ahead and picked that fish up. I'm going to walk up here and show Neal just how well that big hook sets in that fish and get him to kind of, try to go to that bigger bait. He just constantly all day through the small tandems, couldn't hardly get him to convert over to the big bait. He struggled, most of the day with getting on the bigger fish. He was mainly after trout. He likes trout a whole lot better. But, I mean, I just hate that, we couldn't use the audio, man, because it was just so much fun. They were both laughing. We were having a great time. But Mother Nature was also kicking up, man. It was, like I said, 19, gusting to 29. I mean, it was brutal. But we kept catching fish, really did. Had a great time despite the wind. Just tucked it in inshore, close to shore, where we were out of the wind and able to work that bait. And I think here, I go right back out there, working that bait. Right after that fish, I think I stick another one. I mean, the fish they were that active. His brother-in-law is actually, his cousin at least, is further down the shore on the boat. And he's doing well. He's catching fish. He's using the tandem, but he's swimming it. He's not trying to work it like we are. And those fish were super aggressive at that point. And if you passed it by them, they were hitting that bait pretty good. And I hope I get hooked up here real quick so I don't have to sit here and talk to you guys any longer. But okay, at this point I get on the second fish here and tease him a little bit, make him get it down good, stick him, and back to back we got on those fish on that shoreline there. And it's just, even in the high winds, man, to show you could be productive in gale force winds. It doesn't really matter. You just, I got Darrin getting the net because it's a pretty good fish again. And here we go, man. Big, solid flounder. Just, a good fish day, man. A real good fish day. Even in super, super high winds, was able to be productive with these fish. And I mean, good solid fish. That's what I love about this area over here in Freeport. Tons of mullet, tons of bait. The fish are just fat and healthy. You know, that's why one of the fish that I caught in my lifetime, which was 28 3/4, was actually heavier than the fish that came out of the Galveston Channel that was over 30 inches. So it just goes to show you, man, that it's the environment that the fish are in that's going to determine the health and all of that of the fish, especially the weight. These fish here are just super, super healthy over here in this Freeport area, in that area where those, flounder are just feeding real well coming out of that intercoastal and those grassy areas over there. Good, big, solid fish, man. You know, I'm going to measure them real quick. I think this is another one of those 19, 20-inch flounder. Just a big, solid fish, man. Real good, solid flounder. And great time, man. Like I said, out on the water with these guys. You know, they're real gracious hosts on their boat. You know, big boat. Got a sleep-in cabin underneath. And it would have been great to do the offshore trip, but like I said, we'll get to, no real big deal. We'll get to it when Mother Nature and Father Time allows us. All right? Thanks again, guys, for watching and bearing with me through this edited version of Hooked Up Fishing, man, because of gale force winds. I'm having to just do voiceovers and just miss a lot of the fun, camaraderie that I share with these guys, man. Thanks. Okay, at this point, guys, the fish start coming in there back to back on this very next cast over into the area that I hit the other fish. It's a lot of structure over there, and I'm going to get hung up on some structure, pull it off of it right there, hung up on the structure again, pull it off of it, and just like black bass fishing, right after I passed it over that structure and bumped against it, that flounder come in there and picked it up. I'm going to look over and go to walk to the camera, but I seen that it was already on. I was grateful of that. And then boom, I stick that fish so hard, you see the rod come out of my hand with that first hook set. And then I have to regroup and grab it again. This is a good solid fish. He's pulling hard, and this fish actually runs. And I appreciate Neal so much because he was on a fish and was about to set the hook on it. Just, stop what he was doing, man. Threw his rod down and just came over to help me with this fish. And this fish, by that time, ran in the structure and hung me up. I'm actually hung up in structure. I'm trying to pull him out, her out at least, and she's just jammed up in there. So now here's the waiting game. She's stuck in the structure. Darrin is sitting there with the net, waiting, and she's hung. And I'm like, oh man, in my mind, like, God, man, maybe this is a toad, and I try to pull, and she doesn't really come out. So I give her a little slack and kind of wait a minute. We both relax, and we're like, man, God, dog, that was a good fish. Hopefully she'll come out. And I start trying to work her out. I jig the pole, try to piss her off. She doesn't budge. So what I did was I leaned my rod over to the side and pulled. And right there, I'm feeling the direction that she's hung in. And so I'm going to lay my rod over and try to pull her off from under it. And then I tease her by popping the line while I'm pulling out. And then she comes out of there. She comes darting out of there, swimming out of there. So now she's heading yonder way, as I say. And I get her back over here, and Darrin nets her, man. And I mean a toad. That was the 20+ fish. So that was just a really good, solid fish, man. Right at that point, I'm just stoked, man. I'm like, wow, too cool. Darrin actually goes over, hollering in the cabin at Neal, telling him, hey, man, you better get out of here, from taking a nap in the bed, man. These fish are biting back and back here. And I'm just like happy, man. Just Darrin is ready to get back out there and make him another cast, because at this point he's using the bigger bait. It's just a great point, man. Great point. At this point in the video, you'll get to see right here. This is that real solid 20+ inch flounder. And as I say in most of the videos, you know why you can't see me? Because that's a doormat. That was a real good fish right there, a real good solid fish at the end. Second one in a row back to back right there. So that's the reason you go to that area and target those fish, because you got your bigger solid fish over there, a lot healthier. And just hate that they're going to stop the season here real quick, but we'll pick back up on it when we get a shot in December the 16th. Wrapping up with another good day. That's all I can tell you. Slabs on deck. At this point in the video right here, I'm just showing my fish, but all of their fish are in the live well. I didn't get a video shot of all of the fish that they caught. They had plenty of flounder, plenty of redfish.
Lord.
Some of them they grill out on the water while they were there. Just a real good shoot, man. I wish I could have, got them to pull their fish out, but we just were pressed for time, and the weather conditions were a little rough. So here we go. Slabs on deck. 20, 19, 18, 17 today, and 27-inch redfish. Thank y'all, man.